carried it on to Australia. Also had a win over, she had a win over Kleisters, a win over Sharapova, and a win over Pierce.
The way she won it in the finals over Pierce, I think gave her the extra belief. 6-4 in the third set.
Three players, not one, not two, but three players retire against her in Australia. So there was still questions around Mauresmo. Could she really get through it if players were healthy? And she proved she could at Wimbledon.
Krajicek with the heat illness, Kleisters with the ankle. Kleisters had about 3 or 4 injuries throughout that Australian Open this year, and then of course Anna Nardin in the final.
Well, look, part of the history between these two players is part of what had been Mauresmo's stumbling block. She was at that semi-final roadblock like we talked about with Sharapova. And twice at Wimbledon, Serena took out Mauresmo in the semifinals.
Once she didn't have a huge chance. It wasn't that close, but a couple of years ago she was up a set and a break against Serena. And then last year, 2005, up a set and a break against Davenport in the semifinals. She was up a set and a break against Sharapova this year. Started to get tight, lost that second set, but the big difference turned it around in the third. We were thinking, uh-oh, not again.
Well, when she played Serena a couple of years ago, it was a set in 3-1, looking for a double break. All of a sudden, doubles over, the stomach pain, what's going on? And it's like the nerves got to her again. And the good part, and I think we should point this out, she said, listen, now, I won the Australian. You can say a couple people default, but I won Wimbledon. So can we stop talking about me being weak mentally?
No. And she said it. She said it on court.
About 15 seconds after she won.
Exactly. Hey, the U.S. Open is available in high definition. And just turn to Universal HD, and it's all presented by DirecTV. DirecTV, there's good TV, there's better TV, and then there's DirecTV.
So if this match gets close, or if she gets up like she did in the past, she's had a number of close losses against Serena. I think you'll see a different player in the clutch for Mauresmo.
At the end of the month, Serena Williams will turn 25. Yet another reminder of our passage of time. 25. And with all the talk of Mauresmo having played not much tennis since Wimbledon, Serena hasn't played much tennis in a couple of years.
Played with the Australian, lost in the third round to Hantakova. Stayed off the tour 6 months with a left knee inflammation and came back in Cincinnati, got to the semis there, the semis of LA. Lost to Jankovic. Against Jankovic, just nothing left in the tank. Not as fit as she was about 4 years ago.
Well, she's fitter than she's been for a while.
Fitter than Australia.
Heading in the right direction.
Australia was actually the least fit I've ever seen her.
Is that worse than Wimbledon, 05?
Yeah, definitely. She did not move well at all against Hantakova. Most of the time was off balance.
Oh, easy hold.
Venus, speaking of injuries, forced to pull out with the bad wrist.
The left wrist, just like Kleisters.
Like the property of Sis. Is that what that really?
You know, I'm sadly, Ted, my eyes are starting to go on me. I wish I could tell you. Yeah, I feel bad about it. Be asked again. You're rubbing it in.
That's what I saw. Don't know if she has 3 sisters.
Oh, no. There we go. Thanks for the close-up, guys. Property of GIB.
Boy, and I've got contacts in.
We'll have to get it.
We both do, Ted.
Go back to the eye doctor, will you? That's a weak call there. She's still got the pop and power in the game, that's for sure. She's not holding back on the return.
15 all.
Nisha in the front in the white hat. Carrie Brooks in the purple sweater in the back as the fitness trainer for both Venus and Serena. And Oracene Price in the beige sweater in the front with the sunglasses. It's her mom.
Serena played so cleanly against Ivanovic last night. Just a few errors that will be something to watch tonight.
And Richard sitting away from the friends and family box. You know, really, people I don't think give enough credit for what Serena has gone through with the murder of her sister 3 years ago and her parents' divorce. I mean, it's you see Richard sitting away from the rest of the family, and that's tough to go through in such a public way. She hasn't talked about the murder of Yutendi much.
Only recently has she come out and started to make people aware of how difficult it was for her.
It's going to be crucial for Mauresmo to get a high percentage of first serves because Serena has one of the best returns in the game. She's playing well, really pounces on that second serve.
So Mauresmo with a second hold.
We've come to the birthplace of gridlock with 2 cars and 1 goal. Get off the island first. The new 303 horsepower Lexus GS 350. You can't lose.
What are you doing the rest of your life? North and south and east and west of your life. I have only one request of your life, that you spend it all with me. The seasons and the times of your days, all the nickels and the dimes of your days, let the reasons and the rhymes
Journey Diamond Jewelry.
of your days.
With every step, love grows.
The USTA announced today another new attendance record set during week 1, and that for the first time since this stadium opened 10 years ago, every night session sold out in week 1. As you see that resounding record in favor of Serena, but they haven't played in a year and a half.
Serena hasn't played too many people in the last year and a half.
So here's the
30 love.
thing. Does Mauresmo want to make this physical to try to prey
I
on
think
Serena's
so.
fitness? And can she do that?
Well, this court is fairly quick, not medium speed, and Serena hits through the court so well, but she'd like to be involved in some long points, no doubt.
40 love.
Test her fitness.
It's like you, John, you talked about this when the first night when Pavel was trying to do that to Andre, right? Trying to make it a physical match.
Without a doubt, but Serena's got so much power that it becomes a bit of an obstacle. It's a fine line between too much defense and.
All right, here's our Ask.com topic of the day. And just look at the total number of matches. You see Mauresmo's played, gosh, she's played over 200 more matches than Serena. Quality, Serena. 7 titles. Search better on Ask.
Love 15.
One thing is that, Serena went the distance against Megan Shaughnessy in LA. It was so hot on the court. She lost the first set 7-6. I was watching. I was sitting in the stands. I had to leave. It was that hot, and she came back and won that match. She had beaten Hentakova before that. So she's, she's in much, much better shape than she has been, particularly in Australia this year and Wimbledon last year. It's a cool night.
Well, that's what happens when you throw in a double the first point. You get tentative on that second serve. Serena's going to try to do this, really step in, take it early, and hurt Amelie on the serve. She has.
I like that play from Mauresmo to come to the net. That's what she did so well at Wimbledon this year. Actually, that's what she did so well in 2002 at the U.S. Open when she got to the semifinals here, beat Clijsters, Capriati on the way, lost to Venus in 3 sets. But she seemed to be coming in more, being aggressive. And it's coming in that's beneficial, but it's also just that mentality of not playing so defensively, being aggressive.
30 all.
She's obviously great on defense because she's such a great athlete. Louis Courteau, Mauresmo's coach for about the last 4 years. And just a terrific team together.
Said earlier this summer, he said sometimes things of quality take time. In a sport that often revolves around the teenagers, here's a 27-year-old playing the best tennis of her life, and now has to summon a little bit of it to save a break point.
Like a fine French wine, perhaps?
That's exactly what he said. A little pressure on Mauresmo here. See what she comes up with on this second serve. Flattening the forehand out a bit. Does that easily on the backhand. I like these 2 big bombs from the forehand side. Hits it on the rise. It has to be our mentality today. Go to the ball. Attack.
Well, she's better off when she just reacts anyway. And she volleyed incredibly well against Henna in the finals in Wimbledon.
It's a pleasure to watch. Actually, John, both players were serving and volleying. Mauresmo quite often, but in an Ardennes some.
Well,
we haven't seen that out in a long time.
That these 2 girls, they served and volleyed more than the men the next day.
So there's a first save of this match. Mauresmo holds.
The engine is connected.
Darkness settling in over New York. Arthur Ashe Stadium again filling in. Leighton Hewitt and Richard Gasquet. That's the men's match tonight.
Looked like she was going to get the break. Didn't do so. Now she's in a bit of trouble here. Love 30. By Mauresmo. To me, it's pretty clear that Serena doesn't move or is not moving as well as she did in the past.
Without a doubt. She's not moving as well as she did 4 years ago, but without a doubt, Mauresmo is playing much better in this round of 16 match than she did in her third round. Against Sant'Angelo, Mauro Sant'Angelo of Italy. She was down a break point in the third game of the third set. She was down 2-love and a break point down, and she turned it around, won that last set 6-2. She was not very sharp in that match.
In a way, to me, the pressure's off her. She's gotten to this round. Now she plays Serena. She's had a poor record, but she's got, so people aren't expecting her to win. But she's got these 2 majors already, so she's got a lot more to gain. More on the line for Serena right now. She is very comfortable, maybe the most comfortable female at net.
And that was exactly the kind of game that we're thinking. Mauresmo really made Serena run in that game.
Yeah, she didn't hit this ball clean, but she got it over. She got the job done. And Serena, looks a little lethargic out there right now. Mauresmo's got this early break. She's had a couple of matches where she started slow and then came roaring back. So
how about that return?
That's about as good as you can hit a return.
6 for 6 for Mauresmo. That's what she's got to do. That's when she's played her best tennis. The key for Mauresmo is to pick her spots when she comes in. I mean, at Wimbledon in the final, it wasn't serve and volley every point because she needed to keep Justine Henin guessing. There was enough that she applied plenty of pressure.
Got the Williams camp excited.
2 great athletes, and Serena does a great job moving forward, hitting that before it gets below the net, and then quick hands and quick feet from Mauresmo, and then watch out, baby.
That's where I'd be a little bit worried right there if I was Mauresmo. But what I like there is Serena, taking the initiative, taking the net away from Mauresmo. That's going to help her get this break back.
Good slice from Mauresmo to change the pace.
Serena Williams determined, broken, and comes right back with a terrific game to return favor.
You're too heavy. Switch. Last.
And Arden 6'5" in their head-to-head. Wow, that is phenomenal. Great timing. Just so free-flowing. Great shoulder turn.
There, we know you've been able to see the tennis. We understand that you haven't been able to hear all of it, and we apologize for some audio hits we've had. I think we've got all that straight for you.
How do I sound? My Will Ferrell impression.
That's really good. You start asking
old
for
school.
You start asking for meatloaf, I'm going to be really nervous.
Ooh, that can't feel good on the left knee. She had surgically repaired in August of 2003. It's been a while. To me, one of the great indicators that Serena really wants it again, John. She went to Nick Bollettieri's week before the U.S. Open. We know that she was working hard down there, making that commitment. I think that's all she needs to do for about 6 months in a row to get back to the top.
We mentioned this at the outset. Mauresmo seemed relaxed, and even in the tunnel talking to Michael Barkan, she's playing fearlessly.
Yeah, I mean, she got a little tight on this, but she made sure she was ready for the ball in case it came back.
That's not an easy shot to hit moving forward like that. The terrific volley to end the point.
I mean, it's certainly a general consensus that Serena takes this sport seriously. She's going to be back at the top. It's certainly signs that she is, which is good.
And Mauresmo with a hold. We move on at 5-4 in the first. Turns to NBC with its season opener. Miami Dolphins, Pittsburgh Steelers, 8 Eastern on NBC. And of course, we'll have here on USA, we'll have a big men's quarter on Thursday night.
Forget football. We got Blake Federer.
Well, possible.
Possible. It's possible.
This is Ben Roethlisberger. He's like a tennis player. This poor guy can't stay healthy.
He's had a rough couple months.
Has he ever? Appendectomy now, so he's going to miss the opener Thursday. Charlie Batch will quarterback the Steelers. Well, Serena, as you said, John, is having a terrific serving set. 76%.
She's also putting more on her serves now.
Second serve a little shorter than usual for Serena. It's the one shot in her game she can always count on. She has such a really kind of a simple service motion. Her rhythm is always so good. Rarely struggles with a serve. Fifth ace.
You know, and she obviously showed last night that form that leads you to believe, as both of you were saying, the last set of games, with any sort of a commitment, she could be a champion again. The any sort's the qualifier.
Consistent.
More than 2 weeks.
Yep.
Bollettieri's.
Not back and forth.
Wouldn't it be great if Serena came out in Australia when the next season basically starts and resembled the Serena of 3 years ago in terms of her fitness?
Yeah, the question is obviously here. Could she really go all the way? that would be a taller task right now. But stranger things have happened.
Mauresmo's putting the heat on. She's trying to see if she can have a shock finish to this set.
Well, here she doesn't get herself back in position as well, Serena, as she did before. So she gives Amelie more options. Good play to go behind her. There's a chance here to pull this first set out.
That's what she does here on this second serve.
Great offense.
She took control of the point.
She did. She's playing so much better in this fourth round than she actually has the whole entire tournament. It seemed like she was defending.
Who was that out there last night in Sant'Angelo?
That #1 ranking. Now she's going for it. She's loose.
No, she pulls the backhand. And there is that shocking finish. Mauresmo stuns Serena Williams in the last few points to break and take the first set.
Mass Mutual Financial Group. Very few players, if any, dominated the U.S. Open like Chris Evert. In the 1982 women's final, she made short work of Hana Mandlikova to capture her 6th title in 8 years. It was Everett's last U.S. Open championship, and she retired with an amazing 101-12 career record at the Open. A passion for tennis, a passion for life. Mass Mutual, the life insurance company, proud to sponsor both.
That was great to see Chris here last Monday night as part of the array of American champions honoring Billie Jean King. And now on this gorgeous night in New York City, we are watching a high-level 4th round women's match. Amelie Mauresmo had a little surgeon-like kick at that end of the set. The last 3-4 points, she just stole that set right out of Serena's hands.
Real kick is the word there in that last point. She hit the ball up high to Serena a couple times in a row out of Serena's hitting zone. She just yanked it cross court. Serena yanked it cross court wide, and that's what Mauresmo is so good at. Never letting you see the same shot 2 or 3 times in a row. She uses that slice, that heavy topspin.
Well, this is what Serena was good at in the past. You know, shrugging off something bad happening, getting back on track. That's what she needs here. Get an early break. It's a loose volley by Mauresmo at 15 all. Serena looks like she's ready to take advantage.
Boy, there it is. So the door opens for Serena. She won't even take advantage, as most players do, stop by the chair. She walks the opposite side to the other end. As we look at our Ask.com match update.
It's been some good quality, and you can see both have been successful at net. You can expect breaks here. But I think if Serena can take that net away from Amelie, she would have a chance to get back in here and pull it off. And Amelie can continue to be aggressive. she could be in good shape.
Santangelo did well when she came to the net against Mauresmo. Pressured her to come up with the good passing shots.
To me, she's such a reactive type player, Mauresmo. When she just goes for it, she's at her best.
You're basically saying play like a French woman, right?
There's the flair that
Right,
they have,
exactly.
but I don't mean go for winners from the baseline.
No, but just
you know,
free-flowing game.
and attacking, being aggressive, finishing points up in net. She's very good at that.
When you say play like a French woman, I think of the French so often playing with a lot of flair, but maybe not a lot of stability and a lot of consistency. And I think that's what Mauresmo has changed now, that ability to just believe in herself on those big points. You know, staying in the moment, not thinking too big a picture.
This is a tough shot as you move in, but she didn't even get off the ground here. Not handled well there. Mauresmo's let down that little bit after winning the first set. And Serena has jumped on her, get off a 2-love lead.
Well, our prime time at the Open coverage tonight. Also in a first, we are a streaming video webcast tonight at usopen.org. Official website of the US Open. First time that's ever been done. So tonight, if you find yourself away from the set at all, but you're logged on, you can catch us at usopen.org. What happened to Robredo?
I didn't see that. And that is an amazingly one-sided result.
Sharapova coming back after being down 4-1 in that first set. And Nardan looks spectacular today. Davenport through to the quarters. She got by. She was down 2 match points yesterday against Zarbotnik. Squeaked through.
Remember that surging-like kick we talked about? Quickly gone.
She's probably been on more roller coaster rides than the guy who worked at Coney Island. It's unbelievable.
You've got to give a lot of credit to Mauresmo, because as a 19-year-old, she got to the finals of Australia. Wasn't really ready to play at that level yet. Lost to Hingis, and then it took another 7 years before she got to another Grand Slam final. And all during that time, people were saying how talented she was. Why can't she win a Grand Slam? Chokes. She took it all pretty well.
She's a tendency to really pull off that ball. That was a low percentage play. Jerk away and then try to hit it that hard.
Yeah, when Serena's shot was so hard and deep.
quick breaks. Serena has commanded the second.
Back there now. If this match doesn't end by 9, I hope you guys have a nice finish. Yvonne Lendl.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
What is Yvonne doing here?
I was going to say, I don't see a pitching wedge in his hand. I'm confused.
I know what he's doing here. He's here with American Express. Courtside with a champion.
She let out a few primal screams, Tracy, you remember at Wimbledon. It seemed to help her, and that was the first one there. Things getting a little desperate here.
Wasn't that loud, though. She needs to go louder with it.
That's true, because this is New York. I mean, you could barely hear her.
I know. That's more like it. Great depth. Lets that forehand go, flattens it out with that extreme Western grip.
15
Gets down nicely on that volley.
Listen to him. How many people applauded for that? I mean, there's a lot of people behind her.
That's interesting. Exactly what she didn't think would happen.
I tell you, in France, there wouldn't be too many people applauding for Serena because Amelie is such a huge star there.
How about 3, right?
They're desperate for her to win the French Open. And she's desperate to win it as well, and that's the problem. There's too much pressure there. Says it was a little bit like Tim Henman at Wimbledon.
Both sides, the backhand and the forehand. Serena's been hesitant, not moving as well for those shots as we've seen in the past. The one thing she could improve upon.
It's a good lob from Mauresmo, though.
Now, Shea let out a little scream there. Came back from love 30. Well, we've had, as John referenced earlier, it's been like riding the old Cyclone with Mauresmo these first few rounds, and another one tonight.
Mauresmo did a great job of riding the ship after losing that second set to Love.
Well, she could have lost the first service game. Then she was down love 30. She got mad at herself, and now she's fired up, and she's gotten herself back on track. She's better off, and she lets out of the emotion. When it gets bottled up, you feel how tight she is from up here.
And you get the sense that that's exactly where it could be danger time for Serena, because she had 2 shots to break Mauresmo. A break point in game 1, and then love 30 in game 3.
Had plenty of time to set up and line up that forehand. And she's on balance. She's so tough. And John alluded to the fact that, you know, she's still not at her peak mobility yet. And that's what set her apart. That's what made her so special, is her movement. Able to track down almost any ball anywhere on the court and be on good balance.
There's a lot of weight behind those ground shots. I mean, she really flattens that out. I mean, it's hit with some serious power. Ball really moves through the court. Mauresmo tried to hit that too hard. Hit it right at Serena.
I mean, Serena's improved her volleys, but I just think you make her hit a ball. Make her finish that point up at net.
Third set. Once again, to remind you, at the top of the hour, for many of you, Eastern, Central, Mountain time zones, here on USA, you'll see WWE Raw in its regularly scheduled time. Our tennis coverage will shift to CNBC. We'll stay on Uni HD and USOpen.org. If you're in the Pacific time zone, nothing changes. And then the Leighton Hewitt Richard Gasquet match tonight will also be seen through the international feed. You'll get a chance to experience that on the Tennis Channel. Scorecards available.
The only place it will not be on is USA, apparently.
Unless you're in
the West Coast. I'm sorry. Got confused there.
Yeah, for all of you,
forgive me.
We all have a little tie to California. All of you out there, don't change a thing.
If they go to CNBC on the West Coast, do they have it simulcast? I mean, it's on both.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So Sean McEnroe, you can just leave your set right where it is.
13-15.
Yeah, he's out there in college.
Big draw board. That's outside Armstrong Stadium. Denara Safina awaits the winner of this match. That'll fill out the final 8 women.
Backhand is more consistent. She's more sure of herself there.
She hits it with such an open stance. Open stance with that upper body and her feet as well. Complete open stance most of the time. Mencheva hits it that way as well. Venus does quite often.
An 84-mile-an-hour second serve.
She could have either stepped in closer, but she's certainly making more errors on this side.
Oof, pulled up.
She waited for that ball. You know, step in, take it a little bit earlier. Get a little bit more safety margin going down that line. That was well struck. Good point there. Both players.
Yes, and Mauresmo ends up with the winner on serve in the third.
Friday, he's handsome.
I like your eyes.
Well, thank you. They came with the...
And again, at the top of the hour, in the Eastern Central Mountain Time zones, our tennis coverage will shift immediately to CNBC. It will stay on Universal HD, on the web at usopen.org. Pacific Time Zone stays as is right here on USA. And if you're a subscriber able to get the Tennis Channel will also cover international coverage, and that will begin at the top of the hour.
Balls in the net this game, so she's in trouble now.
Is that a little hangover from the previous game? Winded, perhaps?
A little winded. He didn't get down low enough on those forehands, the knees or the racket head.
Serena played a poor game there, and Mauresmo is one game away. Our webcast at usopen.org. Pacific Time Zone stays as it is, right on USA. Well, since that 35-stroke rally, since that point, Mauresmo's won 5 of 7 points.
Boy, that contact point on the forehand has just gone astray. That was way behind her.
And the sisters' support for each other remains unwavering. Out.
No, it looked a little wide. She is 2 points away from being out of this Open again in the round of 16.
And that would make it the 4th straight year without a Williams in the women's final. And that in 2002 was unthinkable. And it's almost as if that long point was the one. Serena has had a breakdown since.
And a forehand breakdown.
What a finish!
Oh, man.
What a finish!
Unbelievable way to end the match.
Amelie Mauresmo, #1 in the world, and has just taken down Serena Williams to reach the quarters. It doesn't feel like a round of 16, does it?
Somehow it just doesn't. Great point on match point and great anticipation from Mauresmo reading that forehand up the line.
Well, it ended on a 24-stroke rally. Mauresmo, after the marathon point, 35 strokes, Mauresmo won 9 of the last 12 points.
I still think that Serena can look at this as a positive open and realize that she played well against Ivanovic, played well against Hantukova. It's only her 4th tournament of the year, and she's got to look at that point where she got winded, and that should give her motivation to get her in great shape. The way to turn it around for Mauresmo. I mean, she got zapped that second set.
She might want to watch that match point replay a few times.
Wow, no kidding. Well, Amelie Mauresmo completes the women's quarters. All right, Johnny got off the hook. All right, for most of you in the Eastern, Central, and Mountain time zones, our coverage of the U.S. Open, the Hewitt-Gasquet match, will continue on CNBC, as well as Universal HD, and online at usopen.org. Pacific time zones stay right here on USA, as well the Tennis Channel will pick up within the international feed of the U.S. Open coverage as well. So, stay with us. Someplace we trust you. You will continue with us. Prime time at the Open on USA. I'm very happy. I could hear all those clicks all around the country. Couldn't you hear that, Tracy? That was awesome. Well done, everybody. Thanks for finding us. And welcome aboard on CNBC. Amelie Mauresmo has just completed. Well, it's become an Amelie match. Up and down and up at the end, and up in a big way. And let's go down to Michael Barkan.
All right, Teddy, thank you very much. Amelie, congratulations. Great win tonight. You showed some great tennis. It was a great match, and I'm sure you're happy with it, yes?
I'm pretty happy with the third set I played. Not very satisfied about the second set, but let's forget about this one.
What happened in the second set?
Well, I think it's both she played well and I played a poor, really poor second set. So, you know, it happens, and I'm glad I was able to really focus get back into the match right from the beginning of the third set. So, you know, I'm very excited. It's so nice to play here at night. So special. So, you know, I'm just enjoying it.
We talked about the 2 Grand Slam championships you now have to your credit. How much confidence that gives you as you walk out to the court, yes?
I think it's a great example after the second set. You know, the experience I got is really helped me tonight. And, you know, it started to show a little bit on the court, and especially tonight. So I'm very happy. I'm getting old. So, you know, maturity is there. And but not as old as Andre. I'm not sure I'm going to play as long as him, but It's you know, it's great to be here.
When you looked at the draw sheet, you talk about the luck of the draw, and you saw you're playing a 7-time Grand Slam champion. You say, why me?
Has to be someone, I guess. No, it's really, you know, that's just the way. There's so many great players out there in this tournament. It's very open, I think. And you know, she hasn't played for quite a long time, but she's still, you know, playing great tennis. And it's true that, you know, she's very dangerous. You know, whether she's played or not, she's still a great player.
But you got by her tonight. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Amelie Mauresmo.
And her English is outstanding, isn't it?
Yeah, I think she's just outstanding. She's really grown up on the tennis court in front of all of us. Some really rough patches.
Well, Tracy, it seemed like she made that match physical in the third set and was an edge for her.
She did, and she is extremely physically fit, just a great athlete. Love that touch on match point.
What a incredible match point. Well, Serena Williams, having played such little tennis this year, certainly showed a champion form in flashes, most notably last night and a little bit tonight. But Amelie Mauresmo is #1, a 2-time Grand Slam champion this year for a reason.
And that's what was the difference in turning around that dismal second set. She had the belief in that tough situation. Louis Courteau, her coach, and he says she's at peace now with the rest of her career. She's got the monkey off her back.
Well, it's Mauresmo through to the quarters. She'll have Dinara Safina there and Sharapova, potential semifinal foe.